I'm here with Sophia Harris, Mercer commit out of Walton. Sophia, appreciate the time.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Let's talk about powerhouse programs. I mean, more than a dozen state championships for Walton since 1998. Obviously, expectations are there for this program. Tell me how, in your position, you helped to set that standard with the program, and then who helped set it for you?
Honestly, the way I set the standard is we have a certain level of discipline at our practices with everything we do. Our hair matches, our shoes match, like the color, spandex match, everything, it's all in the little details, especially with like my coach fits. Everything we do has a purpose. So we all have the same sweatshirt on, we're all sitting together, no phones, and it's all those little things that lead to the way we practice and the way we play and the way we train, because we're so hardwired to have those like small little details. And so during the games, we can focus on the small details of the game, which eventually lead to the bigger things. So yes, we can make large plays, yes, we can be scrappy and get the balls, but if you're doing the same thing every time with your passing, like it's inevitable that you'll be just like better and better every time. And I think for me, the legacy at Walton's so important. So just really buying into what the girls have taught before us. And definitely like the mentors that I had when I was a freshman on the varsity team and I was playing, those girls definitely helped me step up because they expected the same level of intensity from me as they did from older girls.
Obviously, little things matter, as you say right there. And you talk about legacy. Let's say you come back a year or 2 years from now and you're coming to a Walton game. What do you want to see that you can know, okay, I left an imprint on this program as well?
I want to see like the same level of intensity that we carry. Our energy is really important as a team, especially such a large team. We have about 25 girls on varsity. So having everybody buy in, even the girls who maybe are staying on the bench more, who don't get more of an opportunity to play, having them really just be all into the program, it makes such a big difference. So seeing that down the road, seeing girls that maybe don't get to play or maybe aren't playing as much, really buying into the program and just like wanting to be there, I think that's like the impact that I would want to have.
Being a middle hitter, obviously you have your responsibilities. How have you kind of fine-tuned things in this last year where you say I'm a better player now than I was then?
I really have focused on my technique more. So I've always known that I have a lot of power when I swing. So I took a step away from focusing on that and focused more on like my technique, which shots I can make, how I can tool off the block, where I can place my hits. So instead of just swinging away at the ball, I'm focusing more on like getting my arm up every single time and just really like looking and like strategizing about what I'm doing.
So a Mercer commit, as I mentioned, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I know there's a certain amount of pressure that's there that comes off when you can now say, I know what's going to be happening for me. You can put that focus on your senior season and doing what you need to do. Why ultimately did you pick Mercer, and what does that now do for you that you can kind of say, okay, that part of my life's taken care of?
I picked Mercer because of the coach, Coach Sutton and Coach Val. They're just such high energy people, and the way that they train their girls is very similar to the way I'm being trained now. And I think that like kind of hardcore, like no BS training is really what works for me, and I don't work that well in more of a lax setting. So having someone, and he's new to the program, so having someone who's totally new, just like fresh to that specific program and like willing to put in the work for me and I'm willing to put in the work for them, I thought it really made a difference. And the school itself is gorgeous. It's about an hour and 30 minutes away from my house. Like just everything about like the situation was perfect.
Obviously the GHSA state championships, and they played here in LakePoint in November. What does Walton need to do to make sure that they're back here for it?
We need to, I think, definitely work on our like blocking sequences, because we have been doing a lot of work with what we're going to do with big outsides, and obviously if we make it back here there's going to be some good outsides and big hitters. So really just focusing on our technique with that, getting our blocking sequences good, like having our defense move as one, and like with the front and the back row, we've been really working on that.
All right, well, Sophia, wishing you and Walton nothing but the best the rest of the season. If you're not already, make sure you follow LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. You'll get so much more happening here on campus.